Okay, I think I know how to do whippets with this. But
you just gotta like keep it upright and press it just enough where it's just gas.
Just the gas, not cream, right? Okay, so this is gonna be a cheers with Lean Me In. Okay.
So do you want?
Lean Me In. Show me what. We'll talk about that later, but what do you want me to find now?
Probably BuBu for now. We just like
cheers.
Talk about it.
Okay, so we're opening.
I think mine's already.
You got it. Perfect.
So you want to go off now?
Yeah. I want a little cream first, is that okay?
Go cream first?
Should I do the gas first?
It might be easier to do the gas first.
It's gonna do whippets.
You got it.
A little bit. yeah.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
Okay. So we're gonna cheers it and then do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Cheers.
I should do better, man. I keep getting the cream. Is it the wall? Is that what it's supposed to be?
When I was about 21, I had my own studio apartment, and everything was zebra striped. And we were really into whippets then, and when we do whippets, the zebra stripes would just like spin around the apartment.
Oh, that's so fun. It'll become alive. I love that. I remember doing whippets on acid. And being like, and there were like lobsters on the ceiling. I thought I remember. I can get this in gas cow. Yeah. I was thinking of canisters, but they're expensive. Can that like freeze your lungs? What was that?
That's nitrogen, which I got a story about that.
Oh yeah.
I was at my best friend's company party. It was a high-end furniture store in Portland, Oregon. And this is my raver days. And my best friend and I had, you know, like the Jinkos, like they're cargo Jinkos. And we would reach over the bar and we stole 24 beers and stuffed it in our pockets.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous of the Jeeps.
And then we went to the office and we saw what we thought was a nitrous tank. And we took it and went back to my apartment and huffed the nitrous, only to find out it was actually nitrogen.
Oh my God.
We didn't die!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, how did you, oh my gosh, what did it do anything to you?
I mean, we were so fucked up at that point. Like, anything we did didn't make a difference.
Just, I think all things start to tank.
Which is kind of like what happens a lot when I do a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
I'm already so drunk that when I do a drug,
right.
It doesn't do anything.
Okay, you know what the worst thing is? The worst thing is taking a hallucinogen when you're drunk. Because then you're like, oh no, I'm gonna be not drunk anymore and I'm gonna be tripping for a while. Like if you take acid when you're drunk, it's the worst. Because you're like, I had 12 hours, oh my God, I'm not drunk anymore, what did I do? I do not like that moment.
I haven't done that microdose while drunk, but I was so drunk I couldn't tell I was microdosing.
Right. Sometimes, yeah, I just kind of, once you like get to that 4 or 5 level drug, it's like everything's the same. So suck on can right here.
Or not free.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I'm green. I'm okay with that. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Always Baked. I'm Cupcake, and for this episode, we have someone super special to the Austin scene, to myself, to, I don't know, just to drag in general, I think. She is the mother of PooPoo Platter from Camp Wanakiki, also just a person in the scene that is just, I just can't like say good enough things about this person, and now you're going to meet them. It is BuBu, everyone.
Hello.
Yes. Mother monster, Mother PooPoo. Okay, first things first, I immediately want to call you Believe Me In. I know that has changed now for good reason. Can we talk about it? Do you want to address it or we don't have to at all? It's totally up to you.
Absolutely. So I started drag 20 years ago, and back in that time, like shock drag was really popular.
Yeah,
so like a really good pun was Bohemian Rhapsody, after Bohemian Rhapsody, of course. And at the time, the name went over well as far as people weren't really sensitive to it. The big problem has been over the years is that people just butcher the fuck out of it.
That is very true. I have seen it butchered. People, I think, as maybe Queen and Bohemian Rhapsody got less popular, people didn't get the reference.
Right.
And so I've seen it misspelled so many times and said wrong so many times too. And so I totally get wanting to change it for that way. And I think people are just a little dumber.
Yeah. And also too, when you're at a loud club and you're like, oh, hi, I'm Believe Me on Rhapsody. They don't hear a single syllable.
There's blah, blah, yeah.
And so, that was always been a problem. And then once my name became shadow banned.
Did it become shadow banned?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like on Instagram and everything?
Yeah. People couldn't find me on TikTok when I was using it.
Okay.
I didn't get too many complaints.
Like personal complaints?
Yeah. Every once in a while, someone would make a comment that name is not funny or, something like that.
For sure.
But when we were in London, every person I told my name cackled.
Oh, I bet they love it. Because it's like Queen.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, they totally got it. And when you hear it and you get it, you're like, oh my God, this is such a fucking smart drag name. I think it's amazing. How did they, so they should have been Bohemian. That is so crazy. Because the spelling of it to me, when I think of Bohemian Rhapsody, I don't think of bulimia.
Yeah.
It just doesn't even cross my mind. And so the fact that they should have been, that's so crazy.
But because the full word bulimia is inside of it,
yeah,
that's how it got shut down.
Wow. And bulimia is not funny unless it is funny. Unless you're Karen Carpenter.
It's funny because even my own cousin didn't get the joke for the longest time. And then Bohemian Rhapsody came out and her husband goes, do you think your cousin watched that movie? And she's like, why?
No, she's like, why? Oh my God.
He's like, Bohemian Rhapsody. And she's like, oh.
People are so ridiculous. Oh my God, that's amazing. I think it's a very, very smart drag name. Did you get, when you were in Camp Wanakiki, did they have any issue with it at all? Because I know that they're a little bit more they're trying to be inclusive of everybody a bit more there, and
yeah,
and it was going to be on a national level. So I don't know.
I did ask if it was going to be a problem if I should change my name.
Yeah, because you're aware.
And they're like, no, I don't think so. But if you're going to do it now.
Right.
And don't do it later, which I did.
Which you did. Right.
But I also think too, it's probably a factor out of several why I didn't win.
Yeah,
because they represent Hamburger Marys.
Someone named Bohemian. Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem. That'd be really. I mean, it's funny, but also
right.
Yeah. Wow. You don't think about whenever you're picking your drag name, how much it's going to fucking affect so much. That's so crazy because I think it's in my mind when I heard it, I was like, this is funny, smart, a great a pun drag name that's so good.
Right.
But then so many other people are like, it's just not marketable.
And that's what the problem was. In the long run, after
after the 20 years of doing drag,
right,
yeah.
I should probably find something a little bit easier to pronounce.
Right.
That, won't get shadow banned.
Yeah.
And
I picking BuBu, I think, is smart too, because it's enough where someone's like, wait, what? And so I think that stops people, and then they remember it, and I've never heard of that name before, really, BuBu, but it's also kind of like Honey BuBu.
Yeah.
A little bit. So it's in people's minds. I think it's smart. Yeah, but it's so crazy. I still have the hardest time not saying Believe Me In.
Yeah, and sometimes when I host a show, I'm like, "Hi, honey, it's your BuBu." It's there are different. There's different or a lot of ways they could use a name and make
what was it before? It was Sweetheart, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Your Sweetheart, yeah.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, it's so crazy that now that drag has gotten so now that we are businesses.
Right.
And like there's corporate sponsors and everything like that are just like, we're on like these national levels. I mean, you much more than me, but like those things come up and you're like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think about my name potentially being a problem, like Drag Race wise, because like RuPaul is like her character's Cupcake.
Right.
And like, is that something that she will like be like cool with? Or is it something she's like, I'm Cupcake, bitch. Like there's not gonna be another one. I don't know. And will I ever know? Like, I don't know. I think that's interesting. Evie Oddly, we had her at a show, and because my Venmo is my name Cupcake, which is like one of her like sayings, right? And Evie Oddly's assistant was like, I'm gonna tell RuPaul. And I was like, tell RuPaul, please. I don't know if she'll be happy or not, but tell her. Like, it's an homage, like,
right.
I would hope that like they would be understanding, but once again, it could be like, I mean, she has like trademarked. I don't know, like, if she has like probably not ownership over the name Cupcake, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't ever see her talk about it though. Like, she's mentioned her former punk band and all the stuff she did in the 80s, but I never ever hear her talk about Star Booty or.
Oh, listen, I don't think that she like. I don't think she wants it to exist anymore. It was right before Drag Race, and if you watch it, I watch it all the time. It is a low budget. It is. She's like sucking dick in that movie.
Okay.
She literally is like stomping on guys' nuts. It's like an NC-17 for sure. It's not something. It's definitely not mass appeal, which I think is hilarious. And she wants to like erase it, but like, so then it's like, well, would that be a problem for me in that way? I don't know.
I'm surprised that I haven't seen it because I do love terrible low budget movies.
Bitch, it is so good. Lady Bunny's in it. Fucking a couple porn stars are in it. It's so Candace Kane is in it.
Okay.
It's so good. She's an FBI agent who goes undercover as a hooker named Cupcake.
Okay. It's
so good. And just a suck dick to fucking, and her niece Cornisha has been abducted by Annika Manners, this like makeup company. It's ridiculous. It starts out with her like doing Taekwondo. It's everything.
When I hear Cornisha, I think of her song "Back to My Roots." She's like, "Ta ta, Cornisha."
If you go back through RuPaul's like history, she has reused so many things, like the French phrases over and over and over again. Like in Star Booty, she says so many Drag Race catchphrases that just aren't there yet, but like she's working on them. You can see that she's working on them. It's so wild to see. Like the rap she did with Miley, that she did with Catitude on the Miley album that she did. She's like, it's dirty as fuck. That rap I thought was written by Miley. It's in Star Booty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's at a brand before drag queens really branded themselves.
Oh, 1000%. She knew what she was doing from a long time ago, and like that's why I sort of now I look at RuPaul as sort of different. I think everyone kind of does, like that's in drag, because I don't know if she's sold out, but she's like, it's a business story and it's work, which honestly I'm sure that you understand too. Like people are always like, drag is so fun. I'm like, it is so fun. It's cool. It's my job. It's still a job. It's a fucking job. And like, sometimes this is like the last thing you want to do, and I'm sure it gets so exhausting for like her too. Like, I mean, yeah. And to be always I think about this all the time and I don't have an answer for it. Like why us drag characters? Why can people not separate them from like our like selves? Does that make sense? Like we are always like, I'm always Cupcake to some people.
Right. And
like, you're always like Bleeman to some people. And it's like, if we were in actors, like in a play, it would be really weird for everyone to be calling us our play name, like outside of the play. Right? It'd be super weird.
Yeah. Well, so when I was going by Bohemian Rhapsody, a lot of people wouldn't even call me that when I was in drag because my name was just easier to say. Like, oh, hey, Waldo, even though I'm in drag.
Right. So then that's a weird, like, juxtaposition.
So, like, I haven't always had that. But now that I've changed it to BuBu, people call me BuBu when I'm not in drag, which is fine because it's like, oh, hey, BuBu,
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, it works.
Like a term of endearment.
Yeah. So, I guess I tried it. I would like my lives to be separate.
I did for a long time. That's why I have like two profiles.
Yeah,
my drag profile and my non-drag profile. I never wanted them to cross.
Right, because it consumes your whole life.
Yeah,
it really does, and it's like fuck. Like all of a sudden, like I mean, it's just like I don't want to talk about work all the time.
Right.
Yeah, and this is like I love it, but it's work, and like that's why I try to explain to people, and they just don't. Is it because we're like so? Because we're not on a stage, because we're like in like a bar, and sort of like. It's almost like interactive, like theater throughout the night. Like we don't ever like drop the character. It's like the whole night's like a play.
So we still go out in our workplace. So people just kind of assume we're still that person.
That person.
I mean, we are, but when I'm not in drag, I'm off for the night.
Me too, right? Like I want to be off for the night, but some people don't like that. Some people don't want you to be off for the night. They don't get it.
And some queens don't like it when you call them by like their day name, even though like, they're like,
Right. Because that I think that gets into the issue of like a lot of people doing drag for a lot of different reasons.
mm-hmm.
You know, there are people that are in drag that are like using it as like a vehicle to transition,
right?
And then there's people like that do drag as like a theatrical like expression, and then I think there's people who do drag because they are trying to like find themselves. You know, there's a bunch of different reasons why I think so. It is really like it's just interesting to see how people, the identities that we create, like I don't know, sometimes help me, but sometimes also like a huge hindrance to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. I hate Cupcake and I love Cupcake sometimes. Yeah. Do you ever hear Bulimian's voice inside of your head whenever you're not Bulimian?
I have a lot of voices.
Work. Same. Fuck yeah. It's so weird. Like me, I'll be like, it makes me feel crazy in a good way because sometimes I'm like, I hear like Cupcake, like when I'm Brady, like the confidence I have as Cupcake, like will come through and be like, no, fuck this way. And I'm like, this character I created in my head is now like my therapy, which is so strange. But good, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know out of drag, I'm pretty socially awkward. Even in drag, I'm still socially awkward, but I just kind of roll with it and just act dumber.
Yeah.
And so
I think that's to me, that's so what's so fun about you. It's like, it is this, you force people to like, the awkward happens and then it keeps going. It doesn't stop. And like, it's like, what happens like after that and after that? I think that's so fun. And so like, but that makes it fucking hilarious to me. It's like, it doesn't ever like you can't like you can't turn it off.
No.
Yeah, it's like the whole night, like you got to go through it. And it's like, oh, I love that. It's such like a weird, like fun experience. Believe me, is an experience all the time. I love that.
It's just one of the voices in my head that tells me to do stupid shit. And
it works.
I don't know what drug she's taking.
Right. A lot of them.
A few of them.
I think so. Like starting out with like shock drag, I think that that was like a really like influential part of drag for me too. And like I know you. Do you think that that's gotten like lost now?
I mean, I don't really see a lot of it anymore because people are so quick to like cancel people.
Yeah, like what would be shocking now? I think it would be pretty. I guess to me it'd be hard to be shocking and also be like, it'd be really quick to cancel.
And also, we've kind of seen all of it at this point. Like, what new can you do at this point?
I think I can do some things.
Well, I'm sure you can. You already have. I'm sure there's a few more.
There's a few more up my sleeve, yeah, for sure. What time are we at?
13.
13, okay. We're going to take a quick break. Do you own a squatty potty?
I do not own a squatty potty.
Have you ever used a squatty potty?
I have. But a lot of times I just kind of like rest on my tippy toes.
Okay, no, that's legit for sure. I know what you mean. Like sometimes I'll get on the toilet and just sort of like, I perch myself as though I am sort of squatting. I will say though, having a squatty potty, even though we're not sponsored by them, I wish we were. The squatty potty itself, I don't even bring my phone to the bathroom anymore. I literally don't. I can I hoist it there and like, if you don't have a squatty potty, you can use like 2 paint cans. Or something like that, or like sometimes use my makeup boxes, just like get up there because it really like straightens you out. And like, I'm not kidding, the shit falls out.
Yeah, if I need a little extra push, I just kind of like straighten out my core, rest on my tippy toes, and then usually that does the trick.
It's amazing to me that the American bath, the American toilet is just not conducive to shitting.
No,
it's so strange. I mean, your legs go to sleep. My legs go to sleep so fast.
Oh yeah, when I get leg tattoos, they don't hurt because my legs are asleep.
That's so wild.
I'm surprised I don't have more leg tattoos. But
right? Yeah,
they don't bother me.
Huh? Because they're asleep.
3 minutes in, I don't feel.
You're asleep. Wow. Yeah. Do you think the blood flow is like that? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's probably not a good thing.
Probably not a good thing.
But
you know what else is not a good thing? Is straining while you shit. I'm not pushing it so bad. I try to breathe, and the squatty potty I think helps with that too. You have to push. So everyone, if you don't have a squatty potty, go out and get one. At least try one. At least perch up on your toilet. Give your body a hug, a rest. Give your body a moment to be free and release that shit inside your body. Squatty potty. And we're back with Always Baked. My name's Cupcake. This is BuBu right
Hello.
Here. Mother of PooPoo Platter. and star of Camp One Kiki. Do we have any other credits I should be listing on there? I feel like you have 3, and I'm missing one.
It's not out yet, but I will be in a movie.
Oh!
Yes.
Ah, what movie? Can you talk about it?
Yes, it is called Good Vibes Only. It's a horror movie, and it makes fun of toxic positivity.
Oh my God, I love that.
It takes place at this social media company, and this like misfit employee learns about toxic positivity and addresses it in a meeting / like hard circle type environment.
Yes.
And the owner's like, oh, that's very interesting. Thank you for bringing that up. Fires her. And it's about this girl's revenge on the owner. And I'm the owner's best friend. Oh my God. So I'm a villain. I'm not the killer, but I'm definitely someone you don't like.
Yes.
Maybe you will like me. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you have an idea when it's going to come out?
I don't know when it's going to be out.
Is it like a full length?
Yeah, it's a full length feature. Right now, the director is circulating a movie right now. It's actually released by Trauma.
Oh my God, cool.
It's called Dolly Deadly 2. And how I found out about the director is getting quarantined. I was watching low budget movies on Amazon Prime. And I watched Dolly Deadly. Like, I love this movie. And I tried to find out. I heard there was a sequel. I couldn't find anything. So I contacted the director and I go, hey.
On Instagram or what?
Instagram or Facebook or something. Social media of some sort.
Social media can be so badass.
And I go, hey, I really love your movie. Where is the sequel?
Yeah.
She goes, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. But it's not out. We became friends. She lives in Vegas. And you know I go to Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
And so I go, hey, I'm coming to Vegas. Do you want to go have lunch?
Shut
and we go have
up.
lunch. And by the 3rd or 4th lunch date, she goes, I'm working on a movie. I have a bit part for you. Do you want to do it? And I said, yes.
Yeah.
And she actually made it a bigger part.
Oh my God, that's so badass. That's so okay. That's amazing that you just tell that story because I was going to ask you. You have so many eclectic friends. Your friends, it's like literally. So BuBu texted me like last Thursday and was like, "Hey, I'm with Paula Abdul's assistant. They're in town. We might come to your show." And I was like, and I was talking to someone, and they're like, "Blingy and Louisiana have the strangest, like the most eclectic friend group." And I'm like, "You do like knowing like the glamorous Monique, like Karen Black, like." All these people, like how do you find these people? And is it through social media that you connect with them?
I just contacted Clarence Monique and I'm like, hey,
let's hang out.
I forget if we hung out before we booked her or after, but we have hung out a couple times. We went to Panera together.
That's so random, and I love that.
And we spent Christmas night at her house. And we slept on her living room floor.
Shut up.
She's like, yeah, come stay at my house. And then by the time
she didn't have a bed?
She's like, threw out some blankets and was like,
make a pallet?
Yeah.
But I think that is amazing. I think my problem is people like say, oh yeah, like let's like do lunch or something. Let's hang out. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And I never really follow through. Like you follow through.
Yeah.
And like, I think I love that. I love that about you. I think that's so badass.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how Glamorous Monique started. We just like hung out. No, I met her at DragCon.
Yeah, you choose that. Oh,
yeah,
and you just like how do you separate yourself from just like a random fan to these people though? Like how do you connect with them more?
I started with a story. So Louisiana and I, love her music, and we would get stoned together and watch music videos, and it's like the Mandela effect. I don't know. We were watching Punch My Kitty, and for some reason, in our heads, at the end of the video, she goes, and by kitty, I mean pussy. And then we couldn't find it.
Oh my God, you're like, did this really happen?
And then I had asked Monique, and I'm like, where is that video? She goes, that doesn't exist.
But you and Louisiana both remembered it.
Yeah.
Maybe it is Mandela effect.
So
that is so wild. And then that's connection right there.
That's my first conversation with her.
I love that.
I love your video. I remember this video.
Where is this?
Where is it? It's not there.
Wow. I love that. I'm so just like in awe of like, yeah, y'all's friendship. It's so crazy. It's like, you have so many friends like that. It's just like
just by chance, really.
Yeah. By chance. I think you also like, you follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah. You follow up and like do things.
I mean, Louisiana's more charismatic. Like everyone talks to her, and I just kind of like follow up, like, hey, do you want to do this? And I'm like, okay.
But you're like you're a fun person. I think that when I first met you, like you're not the person that's like, when I was like, hey, let's go do something, you're like, absolutely we can go do. Like you all like like fun things to do, and it's not like some like let's go see a movie. It's like I think didn't we do a scavenger hunt when we first met? We did a Valentine's Day scavenger hunt. I believe.
Yes,
and it was like all around town. It was like insane, and I was like, what is this? And it was just you just like were down for like fun things, and I think that is so like a badass quality of yours.
I just need to find weird things to do and kind of
because there's so many weird things going on.
Show people the weird things that I like, and if you like it too, then we're friends. You know? I would sometimes like bring guys over for like dates. Well, dates.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
Let's watch this video, and it's Shay St. John.
Right. Just like really like if they made it through.
If they like it, we can hang. If not, I'd never see them again.
I love that. I love it's like a litmus test. Like okay, let's see if you're cool. Yeah. I think that's really smart and good. I think that filters on a lot of fucking bullshit people.
Right.
Yeah, because there's a lot. Hell yes. I feel like I want to talk about everyone. So I don't know if you know this. Believe me and BuBu created this amazing troupe called PooPoo Platter. I feel like it's the only drag troupe that exists that I know of.
Right.
In my mind. I know we've looked around and there are some sort of things, but the only troupe that has toured and like been a group for as long as we have, I think it might be the only one that exists. If not, if you're out there listening to this and you know of a drag troupe, please like point us that way. I would love to like just know about them because it's badass. But PooPoo Platter has always been something I wanted to be a part of, something that I'm so happy to be part of, but also something that has always been yours, very much so. And I love that. I think that's like a strong thing that you hold on to because I feel like if you would have like let it go sort of like to the mat to like everyone involved more, it would have probably not survived as long as it did.
Right.
And also wouldn't have. You have to have like a captain, and like you've been like captain the whole time, and I like appreciate that. I know it's been hard though too. Like I know it's been like, taxing.
Initially, that was not my plan. It's been more like a cooperative group, and everyone said, "No, Mom, you're in charge."
And so you said, "Fuck it, I'm in charge."
Okay, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Because my previous troupe was kind of like a collaborative group, but it only lasted 3 years because of all the egos and everyone wanted to go in different directions, and
that's the thing. Is like I mean, when you have so many strong like people, which I mean, you want to have in your troupe, it's like the strong like personalities come like strong like thoughts and like directions and everything like that. And I think that it kind of like was nice to be like, you know what. Believe me and take the wheel, like I'm down because I knew that you would do things that you'd book things for us that were like interesting, cool. Like I just knew I trusted you. Yeah. And I think that's hard to do most of the time, but like, I think that you've done such an amazing job with PooPoo Platter. What are your thoughts on ending it? Like what's like, I have my thoughts and we've talked about it, but I would just like, how do you feel?
I definitely feel a sense of relief that I can kind of do a lot of things that I've always wanted to do that I can't do because between like my day job and running drag shows, like I didn't have time to do anything else.
I mean, I can't imagine.
And so I got to let go of something,
Yeah.
And I've been doing drag for 20 years. I've been putting on events for 19 of those years.
And putting on events is exhausting.
Yeah. And I'm still going to do it, just not on the regular basis.
Right.
Like, when I feel like, I want to do this one show and I'll do it. And then
because when it is regular, it becomes sort of like it becomes like a job, a task. And like, it's like, okay, it's always inspired, it's always like, I have to do this. Yeah.
And, I want to try out some new things. I want to get back into doing some visual art. I'm actually opening my own salon. Oh, me and Summer Clearance are opening our own salon together.
Badass. Good. That's about time. Yeah.
I think I want to learn to DJ.
Hell yes.
I kind of like done like.
I feel like you're right on the edge of that.
I've done a little bit, not like mixing or anything, but I definitely like played for events. I've been to after DJ parties. Actually want a new moniker.
Yeah.
And it's actually a derivative of my birth name, which my grandmother, my abuela, would call me Cristo Juan.
Okay, yes.
It's like the Spanish version of my birth name.
Yeah.
But I want to take the Christ out of it and just be like Isto Juan.
Oh, yeah. Isto Juan.
Yeah. Or just Isto.
I love that. So I love that.
4 letters for that name, 4 letters for my drag name.
Perfect.
Keeping it short and simple.
Yeah, memorable. Isto. Yeah. I love that.
So
Fuck yes.
If I DJ, I'll be like Isto or Isto Juan.
I love that. Fuck yes. And like we were right with PooPoo Platter, that would not be possible to do. You know, like if you were like having to do PooPoo Platter
Yeah.
for sure.
Because at one point I was running 6 shows a month, and I would slowly pick them off. Drop this show, drop this show, drop this show. It's like, I'll just do PooPoo Platter, and then even then I was like, no.
We've done it for a long time. We've done it for 10 years, and it's like I feel like I don't know what else we would do.
Right. And
we've done a lot of amazing things. One of my favorite moments for PooPoo Platter is when we did Gag and had people come and do some of the most incredible performances I've ever seen on the Elysium stage. Like, I don't think someone can I can see a number that's like as good as like Hentai's numbers were. Like, they were incredible, you know, and really inspired people and like opened up this whole new world of drag. I think like with these new fresh like bodies and like creative talents. And I think that's fucking amazing. And then we as a troupe ourselves, we fostered that talent, but then us ourselves have done, I mean, I don't know what else we would do.
Right.
Like, it's just like, it's coming to a point where it's like, okay, because you're right, like to be more shocking would be like, to be like literally cancel, you know, it's offensive and not in a good way.
Right.
And there's just not much more I think for us to explore. It's just strange to say, but like I'm actually super, I don't know what sad's the right word, but I'm super interested to see like what will be next, because I think that PooPoo Platter has been like a part of me, and like I feel like just something that I was really like wanted to be a part of, and now it's gonna be over. It's sort of like, wow, like I did that, like, and it's like over, and like now it's like, what is the next thing? It's exciting. Yeah.
I mean,
it is free. It's a little bit freeing.
Yeah, I've done a lot with it. I modeled it a little bit after the first troupe that I was in, but actually accomplished a lot more in PooPoo Platter than I did my first troupe, Sissy Boy. And so I can't imagine like what else I would do.
Right.
And you know, the landscape of drag is so different now.
It really is. And in a good way and a bad way, I think it's like, it really, did you ever expect like to drag to become what it has? No. Me either. I always thought we'd be underground bitches. Yeah, and that's how I started out. It was like a punk rock troupe that were trashy as fuck, making the biggest messes on stage. We didn't know the words to our songs. We just went up there like, roll around on the ground, throw shit all over us, you know. Yeah. And it's fun. Yeah, I love that, and I miss that aspect of it a little bit, you know. And after I finish, Elysium will have a new show created by my newest drag child, Monster Mash. Oh, I love that. Yeah. And I kind of think, you know, passing the torch to some other crusty performers. Yeah. We'll kind of revive that a little bit. It won't be the same, but at least that vein will be there in some fashion. Because they haven't done everything. Yeah. And they will have a moment. I was talking to Ruby Knight, and Ruby Knight was like, remember when PooPoo Platter was problematic? And I was like, yes, I do. And like now it's like not vanilla, but it's just so like run of the mill a little bit. Yeah. It's expected. And it's like, I do remember when PooPoo Platter was problematic. And like we were like, it was like, ooh. Right. You know, but now it's just I think we did maybe our job. Like we like exposed enough people to it to where like, you know, now there's another like generation of like craziness that can happen. I might push the boundaries a little bit for my final number, but nothing like too bad to get like canceled. Right. Some people be like, that's not funny, but you know, I'm not. It's fine. If everyone thinks their shit's funny, then it's fucking basic. Yeah. You know. Yeah. I think if everyone likes their shit, then there's got to be people that don't like it. Right. I think for my final number, I know what I'm going to do for my final number. The images are in my head. I want to be like like the sacrificial virgin, like getting like receiving like a huge poop from like the poop god, and like just being covered in like chocolate mousse poop, like from this big butt in the sky, like being lifted up and just like cascading just all over me. Yeah. I hope Kato's ready for the final show. Yeah. I think so. I hope so too. It's gonna be. I mean, I'm saying fuck the bed, shit the bed, bitch. I'm making a mess. I mean, the two biggest highlights that I can remember are one, the literal shit incident. Yes. And two, your Carly Rae Jepsen number where you were just like dead in a bathtub for the whole entire song. Like PooPoo Platter made me like do some things that I like in the back of my head was like, can I do this? And I was like, I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to do it. It made sense to me. Like Noodles, both those numbers I like think about, and I've only been able to do in that moment. I've never been able to recreate them because there was no reason to. It was just like, I wanted to be it's a dead girl. Like, let's cut to the feeling, just dead, suicide in the bathtub. And I thought the whole time during that number, I was like, am I gonna move? Am I gonna move? And then people kept throwing money, and I was like, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna fucking move at all. Like,
I saved that story that Noodles did of you lying in the tub. You can see Louisiana on the side of the stage, like dancing along. And she was performing it for
She was performing it for me. Absolutely. Yeah. And I've done the song one other time just to prove that I didn't know the words. I didn't know the words. I didn't do it because I didn't know the words. I did it because I don't know who I saw first do a song. Like when the song was playing, they weren't lip syncing. I thought it was genius. And I was like, I got to find a way to do that. Yeah. So fun. Okay, we're going to take a break. Yes, break time?
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah. Break. Do you know that Squatty Potty is the number one best selling thing from Shark Tank ever? It's the best invention the best thing they've ever gotten from Shark Tank.
Wow.
Yeah, the Squatty Potty. Yeah. Who thought? We're back with Always Baked. My name's Cupcake. This is BuBu.
Hello.
And I don't know if your makeup today is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's like, it's you sealed it. And I haven't blinked once.
It's just a little bit of lipstick and mascara.
Oh my gosh. Just yeah. Hey, Courtney Act. Oh yeah. What is the do you know what the inspiration is for this look?
So I watched this documentary about men.
Was it all like British men
who wanted to be rubber dolls.
And they had like head to toe rubber doll outfits, right?
Yeah.
And they would like sit by the pool.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember seeing that too and thinking
it's like The Secret Life of Dolls. Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, okay. In your mind, I don't know if we can even if we know, but is it a sexual thing or is it a art thing? Like, what is it? An expressive gender thing? Do you have any idea because is it they want to be a doll? Do they want to, it's a fetish that I do.
Well, I think because they're more like sex dolls. I think there's a little bit of, that fetish where they feel super sexy and
in a latex suit of a doll.
Yeah. And to me, I just thought it's creepy.
It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
But also it's creepy, but also just something to experience for sure. I want to wear one just to see.
Right. And this is the Amazon $20 version of it. I would eventually like to get a regular rubber doll mask and at least the gloves to make my hands and wearing a full outfit. I don't think I could handle the full doll coverage.
I don't even know how you begin. A latex skirt is hard to get into. A latex bodysuit, face, hands, fingers. I cannot imagine what that's like. And the sweat. Those men that I saw in the video, they were old.
Yeah.
How did they not die?
Right.
That's what's strange to me. When we did PooPoo Platter and I wore that full latex outfit, I had to go to the hospital afterwards.
Oh, fuck.
I took out my glove and I could pour water out of it. That's how much I sweat in that outfit. Doing a 3-minute number. These people are sitting by the pool in these latex outfits. I don't understand how they're not dead.
There's one that was walking along the beach, and
that is so weird.
But it's funny because I thought if I ever did the whole rubber doll persona thing, her name would be Shannon. And Shannon is a good name because it's shy girl but kind of cunty too.
Yeah. Shannon's cunty for sure. But yeah, she's like a beautiful cunt. Yeah. And
earlier today we learned that Shannon
Doherty died.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
now I am Shannon.
Oh my gosh, you've taken her soul into your body. This is Shannon. Oh my God, I didn't know that she had cancer.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I didn't know either.
People died yesterday that shouldn't have, and then people didn't die that should have.
I know.
Can't say that.
Life is unfair.
Life is unfair. Absolutely, it is. Okay, everyone. If you don't know, PooPoo Platter is having its final show on January 27th. It is a Saturday. It is a Saturday at Elysium. Tickets are on sale. We have special guests, Bitch Pudding and Metamorphosis, which is incredible. I've never even seen Metamorphosis on a lineup for anything. I'm super excited. Was she easy to book?
Oh yeah. We were friends on Facebook even before she became a Rue girl because she's a big fan of Camp Wanakiki.
Love that.
And I think she was actually going to be on it before she got the call for
Drag Race, right? Yeah.
And we just chat on social media, and I found out she was in Vegas, and I'm like, hey, I'm coming to Vegas to film this movie. And she's, do you want to stay with me?
Shut up! I didn't know you stayed with Maddie.
Yeah, I stayed with some friends, and then I stayed with Maddie to kind of split it up. Because I was there for a week. I don't want to take over
Right? No,
spot
absolutely. That's
for
smart.
too long.
It's smart to have a little
So I
jump around.
stayed with these friends, and they stayed with Maddie and her partner. And actually, Maddie and I went on a day trip to this little town in Arizona. I forget what it's called, but it's it's known for their wild donkeys. It's like some little Wild West looking
Did you
town.
go to a donkey show?
No, but it was just as horrifying. And little tourist shops and stuff. It's also like a Wild West town with donkeys that you can feed, the wild donkeys that live in the desert.
Okay.
But every other storefront, Trump flags everywhere.
Oh god, that's terrifying. Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
So it was still kind of scary.
Yeah. I bet something weird happened with the
I
donkeys.
forget what it was called, like King something, Kingman maybe, or I don't know.
That's such a, that's another one of the things. You followed through with your relate, and then now you're booking her in late.
Yeah, and I said, hey, do you want to come perform the last BuBu Platter? She's like, yeah.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking amazing. It's also your birthday, your drag birthday, and your real birthday.
Yeah, my 45th actual birthday, my 20th drag birthday.
It is going to be a celebration like no other. There are tickets available still, yes?
Yes.
Tickets available. Get them online, Eventbrite, PooPoo Platter's website.
PooPoo ATX, no wait, yeah, PooPooATX.eventbrite.com.
Awesome. Check it out for sure. I'm going to be in it. BuBu's in it. Louisiana Purchase, Kitty Buick, Summer Clearance, Basura, and Maddie Morpheus' Bitch Pudding, right?
And actually, I haven't posted it on social media yet, but by the time this is out, Zane Zena will be there.
What?
Zane Zena is going to come into town for one night to perform at PooPoo Platter.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
So
You heard it here first. Oh my God, I had no idea about that either.
When I go home, I was going to go make the post. So yeah.
I'm super excited. Okay, y'all, get tickets to go see the final PooPoo Platter. It's going to be something that you will not want to miss. It will never be recreated again. It's the final show of an amazing drag troupe in Austin that I've been lucky to be a part of, that BuBu created. Thank you so much for doing Always Baked.
Yes.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
Fuck yes. Your rubber doll outfit is everything. And I just want to say, Austinites, whoever's listening to this in the world, wherever, because we're worldwide on Apple Music now. Check out BuBu's drag, because it is some of the smartest, strangest, coolest drag that exists that is not in the drag race spectrum. It's just something so cool and different, and if you're really missing out if you don't check it out. So I love it. I feel very lucky to be one of your eclectic friends.
And I enjoyed having you be a part of our troupe.
Oh, fuck yes. It's like a dream come true for sure. Thank you so much.
And we'll be working together soon for the Pumpkin Spice Legend.
Yes, oh my God, that's right. We do host a Pumpkin Spice Legend pageant each holiday season.
The first day of fall.
The first day of fall, baby. The rest is still unwritten. Fuck yes. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. We will be together doing things in Austin. BuBu will still be around, of course. My name's Cupcake, and next week we have Vestit here. They're going to be promoting their new album. Super excited to see them. I've not seen them since they were hentai.
Right.
And they're going to be here. So thank you for watching. We will see you, and you'll hear us next week. Bye.
Toodles poodles.